Hello!
Hi, Marcus.
This episode, a special, we are talking
The
about...
first of many. Halloween.
How exciting.
Spooky.
Strap in. Halloween.
Oh my god, no. Why are we speaking in sync? I hate that.
What's your favourite thing about Halloween? I always ask that. If
You
there's
know what?
anything,
No.
I'm
You
like,
know
what's
I
your
like
favourite
pumpkin
thing?
carving.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm so excited.
You're good at art though, so I can imagine it would be more fun for someone who is naturally talented
Yeah,
at
but I'm not
design.
a sculptor, am I?
What do you normally carve?
Right, every year I've done something different. So like 2 years ago I did Jack Skeleton, and then last year I did the Boogeyman, Oogie Boogie, that one, from the same film. But this year I think I want to do Sans,
Oh, an interesting
the
choice.
skeleton. But that's going to be really hard, so maybe not. We'll see.
How long does it take you to carve your pumpkin?
I guess it depends on the design. Wait, I don't know. Wait, your yellow pumpkin, how'd that go?
Oh, Hugo. Oh,
Hugo.
Yeah, I used to have a yellow pumpkin that I carved because basically the backstory to it, everyone could already guess, but we left it too late to get a pumpkin, and then there were only like really mouldy ones or like green ones left, and my dad found this yellow one. So that was Hugo, my pumpkin. But like my family, I didn't ever carve a pumpkin until I was about 14, which is usually the age when people stop.
Yeah, no, my mum
And then
keeps
I
saying
did one,
like you're
glassed.
nearly 18, and I'm like, yeah, but
Yeah.
is that really going to stop me from carving a pumpkin? No.
I did one the last 3 years, but last year my dad just did it for me, and so I told him what I wanted,
can't
and he
just-
did it for me. Yeah, but my family just doesn't find it fun in Halloween.
No, my
We
mum
don't
hates
celebrate
Halloween,
it.
but like I like carving pumpkins, so a pumpkin I shall carve.
A pumpkin I shall carve.
I wish I could go to a Halloween party, but I can't because I'm out. But then it's like, see, I like Halloween parties, and like the idea of them is a well done Halloween party is like a good
Yeah.
show. You know what I mean?
Like, thing is with Halloween parties, if ever you suggest it, it's always going to be someone who doesn't dress up.
I know.
And then it just ruins the
that's
fun.
thing,
And it's this
like,
entire thing like, do we dress up, don't we? Well, fucking yeah, you do. It's a Halloween party.
I wish I could. Mate, I don't know what I would have dressed up as though.
Oh my god, I would dress up as a bat. I really want to go as like a bat or something. Like, when I'm older, and
'Cause
it's
last
like
year I
you go
was
to
kind
clubs
of
and
like-
dress up, I want to go as something.
Yeah, right. Tell you what, next year we'll have a Halloween party, and we will just
Yeah.
we'll only invite people who will 100% dress up,
Yes.
because we can't.
We should do
this
something
year.
matching though. I just don't know
Oh my
what
god,
there
yeah.
is.
The
Like-
spoon and the
Oh my god, we should be a spoon and a fork. How good!
But that's not even like a duo. It's like a knife and a fork. Why are we going as a
Oh.
spoon and a fork?
Was it a knife and a fork originally? Or
No,
was
it was
a spoon and a fork?
originally it was a spoon and a fork. That was like the couple's costume we found.
Insert image.
But I'm like, why? It makes more sense to me a knife. But maybe that's like a concern because it could. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean-
Shit, I'm not sure. Well, to be honest, I'm not
Mario
here
and
to
Luigi
question
was
it.
never shout.
Aw.
What other
Good
costumes?
times.
You could have.
I feel like typically it's like, oh, you can go as Mean Girls, but like that's if you have more people in your like squad. Like if you know more people, then that's
Yeah.
a good shout.
But then I'm like, that could be like a whole thing on its own. Like you could have a Mean Girls themed party.
In fact, I'm pretty sure I followed like a social influencer who went to one and it looked really good.
Oh no way.
And they like made burn books. I was like, oh my,
my God,
gosh,
that's
but they
so
filled it with
cute.
their actual like people they hated. I was like, I stand.
Wait, that is. Can you? Oh my god. Yeah, but if that was on social media, can you imagine like all the people that they hate just like seeing their name in this burn book?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow.
A bit dead today. When am I not? Like I feel like I've said this like every.
Hell man. That's a Stephen Tries joke.
Oh, I love Stephen.
Me too. He's orange like a pumpkin.
Have you seen his like recent beef with Callum's Corner?
No, I'm so
Mate,
I'm
it's
so
just,
out of
I
touch
just
at
find
the
it
moment.
funny because like obviously Will and Callum a few years ago,
Oh my god, yeah.
but now it's Stephen and Callum.
Why?
And I'm like,
What's
how is
the-
Callum even still like
relevant. I mean,
No,
he's
no,
really
he is
sponging
re-
off it.
I was gonna say I do like still follow his socials.
No, I like
Don't
him.
get
It's
me
a
wrong.
funny person.
But I'm like, I just love that. You know, they kept in touch.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like,
Seems to be very cyclical.
I love that word. So I think that I've never had an answer to what is your favourite word, but maybe cyclical is the answer.
That's lovely.
I like cyclical.
I don't have a favourite word. I used to say, like, to be that annoying cunt. You know how a lot of people, like, their least favourite word is moist? I'd be like, oh, that's my favourite word, just to piss people off.
But I don't hate the word.
I don't
like,
actually
I wouldn't
like
go around
the
telling people it
word.
was my favourite either.
No, it's just like, if anyone was like, what's your favourite... I don't know how often you get asked, what's your favourite word?
Surprisingly often.
But past me has said that. And it's just not true. I just don't have a favourite word.
I just never... My nan's favourite word is autumnal.
I think I like orgasm. But just 'cause it does sound cool, doesn't it?
I know what you mean.
It has good connotations, so...
Interesting connotation.
Interesting. Sometimes veiled connotations. And I'm not speaking from experience here.
Oh!
That
took me a minute.
Anywho.
We're so loud.
Towards the beginning, I won't have given up by then.
But we have given up soon, haven't we?
So, Halloween. But the thing is, it's like...
Did you
what
ever
is
go
the
trick-or-treating,
point?
actually?
I went once when I was like 4,
How have you
but
only
it's
been
not.
once?
It wasn't trick or treating. I went to my next door neighbour either side, and it was like trick or treat. And obviously, because my street doesn't really get anyone like coming trick or treating, so they just gave us like 5 sweets each day. So then we got like 10 sweets, and we were done. Like
I laugh though because my mum's bought sweets for the trick or treaters, knowing we're not here for Halloween. So I don't really think maybe it was just a force of habit.
Maybe she's like
But then
putting
again,
a box outside.
We do get some people like come quite early with the like little kids. Like some people come at like 4 or 5.
I just find Halloween is an inconvenience though, because I know you still have like I guess your family are more like thingy with it.
We have more kids in the family, don't we?
My family is aging. I just don't get the point in Halloween when you get past like 10 or like whatever. It's just like you can't dress up.
I feel like
because you
Halloween
look
just
a
means
bit
different
odd.
things as you get older.
That's true.
Like when you're like, I don't know, like 9, 10, like trick-or-treating is like the done thing. Like,
yeah.
But then when you get to like our age, it's like, oh, a party.
Did you have Halloween discos in your primary?
No?
We did. We had Halloween discos in primary, Valentine's discos.
Oh, no, we didn't have any of that.
It would be like a night in the year from like 6
That's
till
cute,
7.
though.
You'd go into the school
We had
hall.
normal discos.
And it was good though, and people would dress up for it, but I didn't ever have any costumes. So for 1 year, for the Halloween disco, I wore, it was tragic, but it's like at the time I thought it was like really pretty. I was like, oh my god, you know, stunning. So basically, leggings with sequins all on them, like sequined leggings, you know what I mean, like all down. And then I had a matching sequin black top. So I just looked like
what
a
were you
sequin.
going at? What did you go as?
Well, that was just my Halloween out. I don't have any Halloween costumes, unless I want to dress up as a cowgirl. I just don't really have many
I
costumes
love how
in
you
my
had
house.
a cowgirl costume at hand though.
Yeah.
Worst
comes to
remember
worst.
one time we went on holiday, me, my nan, granddad and my cousin, and there was like a costume contest. And you know, I was obviously prepared, even though I freaked out and didn't go on stage in the end because, you know, that's just who I am. I flaked out. But my cousin was like, oh, I'll dress up too, but she didn't have a costume. So luckily, I'd brought pairs of tights and she had pairs of tights. So we stuffed the tights with newspaper and we turned her into a spider.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
It was actually sick to be fair. Like,
And if it failed, you could be, well, she's not a spider, she's an octopus. You know, that's really versatile.
it was great. And then she went on stage and she told everyone what she wore. You know, like typical like campsite. Although I did dress up when the second time we went to Florida was Halloween, and everyone dressed up, and you'd go through places and like the staff would hand out like sweets and stuff.
Oh my gosh. That's quite cute, actually.
It was quite cute. We didn't go obviously like I was like a child, like a baby child, but like we didn't go to, because in some parts I think it was like obviously aimed for children, like, and then there was other parts it was more. I think it was Universal was the more like scary grown up bit.
I want to go to that fucking place where everyone goes and it's like a theme park, but they do like...
Which one?
The one that everyone goes to.
What, Scarefest?
Probably.
In Alton Towers?
Yeah, I think so.
I want to go there.
I want to go, but like I just can't be bothered.
I want to go, but I wouldn't go in the mazes. One, I think they're overpriced because you have to pay to get in, and then you have to pay again to get in the mazes.
Oh, maze is fun though.
But
oh my god,
there's
the
stuff
Chinese
outside
maze.
as well. Oh, we couldn't even cope on the ghost train in Blackpool.
If anyone's been to Blackpool and can find that Chinese maze, then I salute you.
Yeah, you can't
Because
even
we
find the
can't.
maze, let alone get out of it.
Like, we were on a ride. Do you remember? We looked down and we were like, "There's the maze." We just couldn't find it.
There's the maze. Oh my god, no, that was embarrassing. We literally asked a man whether
We asked
Chinese
a man, but he
movies
was one
and
of the people from
he
the
thought we were
store.
trying to play the game.
Yeah, that's so embarrassing.
Oh, bless it. He was lovely though.
Yeah, he
bless
was
him.
really trying to get us to play that game.
And we just weren't having it. Like,
I do feel bad that we didn't, but like, what are we gonna do in a fucking throw a ball into a bucket game?
we weren't gonna win, were we?
No.
Then again, I remember on holiday, there was like a carnival thing, and there was a stall where you had to like throw a ball at a can, like like a stack of cans.
Yeah.
And I won a tiger toy. I won a like cuddly tiger. I was like,
Gosh.
come at me. I am, the athletic one of the family, quite obviously.
I feel like I used to do shit like that in fairs and shit, and you'd be like, oh my god, I want to go.
It was
and
funny because
then you'd,
no one
win
thought I was going to
something.
win. Like, obviously, I'm not good at stuff like that. And then when I won this teddy, everyone was like, what?
Oh my god.
Why have you got that?
I remember one time I went to, do you know, at the end of an end of school trip in primary school?
We never
though?
had them.
Really?
Yeah, we never had that in primary. Because you used to go to like Camelot and stuff, didn't you?
Yeah.
We had none of that.
This story was at Camelot, and basically my friend
Abandoned Camelot.
was throwing like those fucking balls into a bucket and trying to get a thing, and she won this massive fish. I was like, oh my god.
I won a teddy fish in Drayton Manor.
Waste time.
Yo.
Camelot now.
It got shut down, didn't it?
Yeah.
I never went.
Camelot was quite cool actually.
But I just don't, I don't know.
God, I don't like it though. Like,
I'd
it
love
is
to go and
weird.
explore the abandoned.
I would. Well, we actually saw on TikTok the abandoned.
Oh yeah, that show, Spot
Spots. Yeah.
Common theme, why always?
Gosh, the King Arthur in Square Park. I just didn't get.
Where was it?
Considering I don't know. Not.
Oh my god, I'd love to go there though.
It was.
It's kind of
really
illegal
good.
though, but I want to go. But then it's like I can't exactly like ask my mum for like a lift to Camelot, and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Just to explore the dangerous abandoned theme park."
Why did it? Like, what happened to it?
Must have run out of money, surely.
Probably.
That's the most logical.
Yeah.
Yo, how's anything getting over that?
It's just the way it goes. Like.
That makes no sense.
Abandoned. Maybe it's to stop people from.
No, yeah, but no one's
Just put safety precautions on things. Oh my god.
Yo, I wish. I mean, I never went though.
It looks.
But it's the fact that they just
disgusting.
left all the rides.
Yeah, that's what I know. Abandoned suggests everything's just left as
yeah,
it
but
is.
You'd think
But they don't
you
take
could,
away anything,
You
do
could
they?
sell some of the rides on. Because I've been to a few theme parks where like they've sold roller coasters or like bought roller coasters in.
Yeah, like with the splat lot thing, it was dirty there. I was like, did they not clean up before they ended it?
Well, they might have, but like if it's going to be abandoned, it's obviously going to like get dirty again.
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
outside in nature.
Right, in Canada though.
Apparently.
Yeah,
like,
to be
I
fair,
don't
they
know how
get
reliable that
snow
source
there.
was.
Is it? I don't know. Camelot looks quite cool actually.
Like,
I
look
don't-
how cool that would be. That would be a good Instagram thing.
Oh my
Urban
gosh.
Explorer. Yeah, but like,
I want to
love
be
how,
an
like,
urban explorer.
He's probably got paid for his pictures, but like it's illegal to go there. So I'm like, how is this a loophole? But
I love how Joella started all that, like exploring abandoned and haunted
to be
things.
fair, like we'd all like wanted to do that anyway. But then when he did it, it was kind of like everyone was like,
Yeah.
now we know we can do it.
I know we can do it. Oh, he made it fun though.
Yeah, but him and Elliot, it was
Oh
him and
my
Elliot, wasn't it? And
gosh.
Elliot kind of
Elliot reminds me.
ate an ice cream on a waltzer and like called it a day.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Elliot reminds me of. Oh.
I've just realised.
Of our. Do you know our friends? The taller one.
Oh my god,
Don't
no.
they look alike?
Oh my god, no. I can't, because I knew who you meant exactly. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Wow.
Ugh.
That is.
We'll try and
vile.
insert some.
God, this does look like a Halloween scene in
You know
itself,
what? That would
really.
be sick at imagine a Halloween party at an
Yeah.
abandoned theme park.
Camelot should come back for Halloween. Pay it.
Yeah, odds on,
abandoned
everyone-
place.
They can't stop us all if we all storm.
Oh my god. So we'll do an Area 51 for Camelot, which is definitely, you know. What? I'm going to have to find all these.
Mate.
Some of these pictures.
Yeah, but wasn't there like that
are
really good ride that everyone like raved
haunting.
about? I reckon they could have sold that. The Nightmare, was it, or something like that?
I'm not sure, to be honest. But
I reckon they
maybe.
could have sold that.
If it's a place I remember, I went on this one ride
Sold
and it's
that.
fucking
Sold.
sick.
Ew. I just said sold instead of sold.
Ah,
And I didn't even like clock it. Okay, well, I'm stupid.
Jeepers. Oh my gosh.
It's all the mannequins that freak me out. Because
Why do they have this?
Well, I don't know why, but like even though I'm a bit of a wimp, my parents just take me to all these haunted places for their own amusement, I swear. And I remember we were going to this like theme park thing in Cornwall, I think it was. But the day before, they tricked me and took me to Bodmin Jail.
Oh god.
Which is like a haunted jail. Which was almost haunted.
My mum had to do that, like, but not for stuff like that. She'd be like, oh, we're going to see this film, and it'd be like something I really want to watch, and then we'd get there and it'd be something for my dad.
Like, look how
I'd be
creepy
like, oh.
the mannequins at that jail is. Like, why would my parents take me there and think that's an okay trip for a child who like...
Fucking hell.
You know what I mean?
That is
See, I got, right, they let me go to the toilet on my own, and I ended up in the staff kitchen. And the staff were like, literally, like, it was literally a staff kitchen, and they were like, serving people at the restaurant. Like, why is there a child in the middle of...
Oh my god. I've done that before. One time, I'd been to a wedding, and I was hungover. Like, I don't really get hungover. I think I must have just been tired. What the fuck? And I was like... Because it's a nice location. Because I went... Obviously, we'd had breakfast at this place, and I was leaving, but I was so, like, tired, and, like, I'd been drunk the night before. Stop that behaviour. Wait.
Right, I'm just showing you.
I need to finish my story, otherwise it won't make sense.
I'm sorry.
We're leaving, and I walked into the kitchen, and the person had to really awkwardly go, well, if you want to leave, it's that way, but this is the kitchen if you want to come. I was like, I'll go.
That's a bit snarky.
Yeah. Right, sorry, what were you going to say?
That you stayed at the kitchen. You kind of invited you to.
Yeah.
Mate, these mannequins are atrocious.
It's vile how some places can get. What the fuck?
I don't know what the history of it was though, but I just know it's apparently haunted.
Yeah, what is the... Oh my god, we should do conspiracies and shit. For this Halloween.
It's an alien. Oh, that'd be a sick idea. Why did we not think of that?
History.
Haunted conspiracy, I like that. Because, don't ask, why have I clicked images again? What am I doing? Brief history. Cornwall. I didn't know I'd been there until I realised where Bodmin Jail was. I just remember being scarred from it.
An act was granted for the local justices building penal institutions.
It sounds quite nice from the hot water chapel infirmary.
Prisoners were paid
What?
from working for the profit. Wait, so it wasn't a bad prison at all?
And the prisoner numbers were low.
Walls.
Oh wait.
Oh, so it's like segregation.
Oh, hang on, there's a lot of execution. Yeah, to be fair, there was a big execution thing outside.
Shit, that might be where it's gone away. They're like, oh, they've got hot water.
I'm like, mate, they had individual cells. This is great.
You don't even get that now sometimes. In fact, a lot.
Yeah,
wow, we stand.
To be fair though.
I don't think I could cope in prison, like, or jail. I would just, oh my gosh. I mentally couldn't do it, like, it's so bad.
You know what, there's that haunted place near us I want to go to, but you have to be 18 or above to go to.
Where?
I can't remember what it's called though, but it's not far. This lady I'm friends with on Facebook, I do know her, she's not a random stranger. She went there not long ago actually, and she said it was mental. I'm going to see if I can try and find it. I can't remember what the place is called.
If it's really close, don't say the actual...
I don't think it's really close. Like, you have to drive there. It's not like... But I've passed it a lot, and I want to go, but you have to be 18. Yeah, there. But then, I mean, to be fair, it was like a guided tour, so I think some of it was probably staged, but at the same time, you can't...
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
I'm a hoe for seances, so that's appealing to me.
There we go. Can I say where it is? Like, can we say that?
Well, it's in thingy, so I would say no.
Okay.
Oh, it's right by us.
See, you've definitely drove past that.
Yeah, I think I have.
I really want to go.
God, that does look quite cool, actually. I didn't realise that. So, yeah, genuinely. Oh my gosh, we should do a podcast there.
I would literally go. I want to go, but because I was going to go last year, but I was only 16, and they were like, you have to be 18. So I was like, great, I'm going to wait till March.
Give up on age limits on shit. Like, do you know when we tried to go to
18 to go to a haunted mansion?
Well, I don't understand why I had to be fucking 17 or 18 to go to a fucking escape room.
Yeah, no, that's even worse.
That's
even
horrid.
weird. Like, granted, you can't leave a bunch of 5-year-olds, but like,
yeah. Like, you should
Like,
just
sick of
introduce...
inside.
Oh my god.
I think my dad stayed the night in there once. And I was like, was it scary? And he was like, the scariest part was all the parrots pooing everywhere. And I was like, what?
That's lovely, that
But there's no
is.
parrots there, so they might have refurbished it. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I don't know where he
gosh.
got that from.
Oh my gosh.
Where else?
It's weird to think that places are like really close to you that are like really haunted and like
UK
have had...
haunted. But I was watching this YouTuber and Glam and Gore.
Oh
And
yeah.
around like Halloween, like October, she goes to like loads of haunted locations, doesn't she? And she was saying that in like the typically haunted places, there's not as much activity because like the spirits are so exhausted from all the tourists and stuff,
Oh my
and that the
shit.
real hidden gems are like places you don't. Then it's not known for it.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
That does make sense.
So now I'm thinking, oh, where else?
Maybe Borley
Where-
Rectory in Essex is not a place for us.
I mean, of course, like there has to be some form of like, right. There's no pictures.
It's just weird when you hear a lot of people, because a lot of people go to a haunted place and they have the same experience but at like different times. It's like, oh my god, that's what creeps me out.
Do you believe in like? Because I mean, aliens is a no-no for you, but ghosts and things.
Yeah, I believe in spirits.
Yeah.
Like I could believe in ghosts.
I mean,
God, the accommodation's bloody dearer than
is
Magaluf.
it, what is that?
Garrett
Beacon.
It's weird because all these places just like messed up shit happened in them, which is like it is scary.
That's why they're typically haunted though, because like you can't like the spirits can't rest, can they?
Yeah. Paranormal activity.
It's always like the creep. Oh, I don't like that.
Oh my gosh. I liked the place where I would
Do you
want to
watch
go.
BuzzFeed Unsolved?
I used to watch some of it. I do know some of them.
The places they go to are really interesting.
I like the place Joe went when he went to that castle and when they did the Ouija board
Oh,
outside.
and the dad bit. Who was it? Not his dad. It
Oh
was
my
like
god.
That man.
Yeah, and
He-
Phil.
he
And they were
creased
like,
me so
everyone
much.
suspected Phil
I
was
was
up to
so
no good.
amused by him.
I loved that video.
He was great. Honestly, you need people like that though to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was funny.
This is like a rubbish website. I'm really struggling here.
Most haunted place. Oh my god, we should find somewhere haunted in
Book
Magaluf.
your haunted experience.
Hundreds of ghosts. Do you know, some people
we
are
actually go
really
to a
into.
haunted place?
Yeah, I think it'd be really
But when?
fun.
Oh, and where?
When? Maybe not this half time because that's just too short notice. Maybe Christmas time?
The haunted place is still open when it's not Halloween, isn't there?
Yeah.
And they'd be quieter.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we can like well plan
We
this
can go
after-
anytime. In fact, if we just pick a weekend that we want to do it, I'm sure we could
I
like.
was gonna say, I can do like most Sundays. But it just
Shit.
couldn't be too far, I guess.
Yeah.
See, that's the plot, like, that's the pothole, plot. I don't know what I'm on about.
Time's running out though. We need to do a lot this year.
In the world, we don't, I mean,
Most haunted place in the UK.
let's try that.
They'll just Are these just gonna be?
Yeah. Oh. Wait, let me
Wait,
click.
we can say that. Just like
It won't let me
I
click on Wales. It's an option.
I forget what we said about where we live, so I
Okay,
feel like
there's
we'll
only
have to put it
5.
together. Abergavenny,
Where's that?
down the bottom. You can just tell it's down the bottom. Oh, Pembrokeshire.
That doesn't even say where that one is.
Whittington Castle.
Oh, Whittington. Oh my god.
I wonder. No, I'm joking.
Suddenly I
I'm
have
joking. I'm joking.
an idea of where.
No, but it would be like you could say Rock Castle is in a place called Rock. Do you get what I mean?
How did you know to pronounce that as rock?
Well, I don't know that's how it's pronounced.
so
I'm
it
just
could be
assuming.
Roch. But Roch doesn't
It
sound
could,
as
but I
cool,
just
does
feel
it?
like Roch should have something after
Pembrokeshire.
it. But it's not like it's not like a Welsh
Bridgend.
thing. Oh my god, Bridgend, as if there's something haunted in Bridgend. I say that's probably the
Port
fucking
Talbot.
Caerphilly.
Anglesey.
Oh my god, how do you pronounce that? Llancaich, Flower,
You did alright though.
I just can't do it much.
Ripping.
If we tried it,
Oh, what's that say?
Gowl.
Wait,
I don't know.
let's just go into
I
like the
do make
England
myself
ones and see
sound
if we
like
can
it, yeah.
pronounce them.
We do not stand England though, so. Oh,
That was mean.
What would you do if England... Well, I'm saying what would you do? Like, you wouldn't really do anything, but England and Wales might be in the final of the Rugby World Cup.
Well, it's obvious who we're going to be supporting, regardless.
Well, yeah, but I'll be gutted if Wales didn't get through and England did. Because they're both in the semi-finals.
Yeah, but we
Don't know who they have to...
lose against them and it's so upsetting.
I know.
See, I've been to the Tower of London.
Oh, whilst I'm here, I must mention that we have to support Antoine and Sun Young in the Ballon d'Or.
Wait, I just don't think I'm...
I invite everyone to vote. Liverpool, London,
Oh my god,
Lincoln.
wait, there's like actual places... wait.
Oh my god.
Is that a bandit? Oh yeah, it's a bandit.
We always used to speak about how we wanted to go to abandoned
Yeah, but
places
you
to
just-
take pictures,
You
though,
just
didn't
can't get to them though.
we? Yeah.
I want to go to that place in our town. Literally down the road from my college.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to go in there.
But
I saw loads of kids breaking into it and then there was loads of police and stuff, so maybe not.
I
but-
did want to go in there, but like there were just, you know, about the druggies there, so I was just like, oh.
Yeah, but they're not there now.
Yeah, no, but people said they still have their needles out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, but...
I mean, we're not going to go touching
I
hard
don't-
needles.
I'm not looking at
so.
this Facebook, I just... How can a street...
Beatles, oh, I would like to go there. The Fab Four. As delightful as Paul McCartney made Penny Lane sound in the song, the street has a dark history, and number 44 Penny Lane is the site of one of the most disturbing hauntings, not only in Liverpool but in the entire United Kingdom.
Home to two spirits, one of which is clearly malevolent.
Oh my god.
I like that word.
I like that word.
Oh, and there's a particularly aggressive poltergeist from the Victorian period.
The premises is
Yeah,
investigated.
but what have they done? Like, how do we know they're there?
Unrelenting racket, which began every night after the owners of the shop had gone home. That is odd.
Yeah, but everyone thinks my house is haunted because,
Yeah.
to be fair, my plugs have started turning themselves on and off.
Right, so
My door's
Glee's
open and
house
closed.
is haunted then. That would creep me out. I
The
hate
phone
stuff
box
like
incident, the disappearing brooch.
That. Do you know things fall off the wall and you're just like, fuck? But if all that
When
started
my
happening
dog
in my
scared
house,
me
I'd
the
be
other
like,
day. Did I
oh.
tell you about that?
No.
I was sat there drying my hair and I had my music up and obviously the hairdryer on, so I couldn't hear a thing. And like where I sit to dry my hair is like opposite a mirror, and I sit on my floor and I'm just like doing my hair or whatever. And then, so I didn't hear anything. But then in my mirror, I just see like a black thing with like yellow eyes moving, and I'm like, oh my god, what is that? Like I literally like lost it. I was,
Oh my
whoa.
god.
And then I turned around quick and it just turned out to be the dog, but like it was scary because
That
like
would
if I was
scare
home
me.
alone and I was like drying my hair and stuff, I didn't hear him like run up the stairs, through the baby gate, open my door. I didn't hear any of that.
That would scare me.
And it was just the way he didn't like bark or anything, he was just moving around in the background, like he was like wedged behind this bag I've got and like my makeup table.
Oh my god.
And I could just see it shifting and I was like, Jesus.
Sure.
Like, no, it was weird. It was funny though. Once I worked out it wasn't something, you know, a malevolent spirit.
A malevolent spirit.
I'm not doing this very well.
Ghost,
am I?
oh my god, one time we went on a ghost train in Blackpool.
Can
And
we
it was
not?
made for 4-year-olds.
Wait, I don't want to put my
but
address.
It seemed to scare
Why did I
us.
need my address?
I'll put mine in.
You were too like quick to do that. I think I'm getting another. Oh my god, I hate how quick it got that.
I know.
That was weird.
That was weird. Love. Especially because my street name is just like... Oh my god, there are places right... Oh, it's so expensive though.
Wait,
£52. Oh, it's a ghost hunt though. I guess you're paying for the experience.
yeah, but ghost hunts, like the organised ones are where like it's all faked.
Yeah, you can't trust
I wouldn't.
ghost
I don't think I'd
hunts,
want to
can
go on
you?
like.
Is this just for ghost hunt?
Yeah, I think I clicked.
Let's
We
do
don't want a
haunted
haunted
places
hotel. We don't have that
here.
much money. Can you imagine seeing a haunted hotel with that? It would be sick.
No, that's something that I would be like hesitant to do.
Oh, see, I would do that.
I think I would, but
It's
I would
just
just
money.
have to be like...
And time off work. Like, I can't exactly tell my boss every weekend that I want to go home early because I'm actually staying at a haunted hotel.
Ugh.
Mate, I've just like ripped my jumper. It's great.
I feel like if we lived more in the middle of the UK, like Birmingham, then I feel like it'd be easy because you could just go everywhere.
it's
Because
quite
all
so-
these
yeah.
places seem to be quite remote, so you'd have easy access to them all, but for us it's just not
No,
really
it's not.
accessible for a weekend.
Especially given like our current financial state.
I mean, we've said it once and we'll say it again, you know, financial status could be better, it could be improved.
What other like haunted places? I like the haunted places that have like a good story behind them.
Yeah, that's
They're like my favourites.
and I also
Like the Winchester House. That's mental.
I like ones that aren't milked too much.
The Sally House is interesting too.
I don't think I know about that.
Do you not?
Probably
Oh,
not.
that's one that we can teach you about. I
Yay.
think that's how you spell it. I can't remember. I think it's spelled differently to like. Yeah.
Ooh.
This is the house. Not Insidious. There was a film based on it. I think it's Insidious or something like that. I don't know anything about horror. It's interesting. I love like all the haunted stuff. But I can't watch horror films. It's just.
See, I can watch horror films, but I just don't have enough interest for haunted
I don't know
stuff.
why. I'm more okay with the like true
Yeah.
stuff than I am with. I don't know. I don't know either.
I
But,
like watching horror films because I like
Wait.
getting nervous about it.
Wait. Yeah. What film was
Investigations into this house continue, but it was initially investigated by the television show Sightings. Numerous psychics have entered the picture. Wait, so what happened there?
Okay, well, so there was like this family that moved in, and I can't remember. I might be confusing this with a different haunted house. Why? Mate,
Oh my god, there's an entire
my
book on
hauntings
it.
are like, yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, this is like a really famous like case.
Yeah,
Because there was this like, well, supposedly like a little girl spirit called Sally, and like they had like a baby. The family had like a baby or like a child or something, and it used to rearrange its teddies. The ghost used to rearrange the teddies into like a circle and stuff, and like there was scratches on people's backs, and then the child was like, "Oh, it's Sally." But then, like, so they got, like, people over and they were like, who's Sally? So they checked records and stuff, and the only Sally that lived there was, like, this middle-aged black woman that obviously wasn't the child ghost that everyone had been seeing. So they were like, well, it can't be her. But then, of course, it's common for demons to take form of a child.
Yeah, sure. Oh, I don't like all that scratched on backs and shit. Like, oh god.
Have you ever had, like, weird unexplained marks?
Yeah, all the time. But I don't know if it's down to my own incompetence because I feel like everyone's quick to say, oh, it's just me
But
being
it's
stupid and
weird,
like hitting and
that's what
stuff.
I mean. It's just
But then it's like, if you look into it, like,
Not
things
always.
are weird, like, that appear on you and you're like, what the fuck is that?
See, that's what I mean, like, you can't...
Because sometimes I am like, how the fuck have I got that?
Yeah,
like, genuine
it feels
cuts, and I'm like, I don't
impossible, doesn't it?
understand, like...
Yeah, so items have been misplaced, so that would be like the teddies.
Yeah. Because I don't think you can trust stuff like thumps, studs, knocks, but like when it's like scratching, that's like bad.
Forms
oh my
of scratches,
gosh,
burns and cuts.
burns,
But I think there was
shit.
like, I don't know if this might have been a different house, but there was definitely one house that had like, so they went into like the basement and found that like previous owners had been doing like satanic rituals down there. Okay.
Shit.
It's great.
Oh
Can you
my
imagine
gosh.
like going under your house and just finding out that like, you know what I mean? It'd be a bit like, oh, yeah.
That would creep me out.
It's mental though.
Sorry, I'm so
I'm trying
tired.
to think of like other things that, like other haunted places that you might find interesting. The Doll Island's weird, isn't it?
I'm not good
Oh,
at
you don't.
these things.
The Doll Island. That's where it's like an island in Mexico. There's like loads of dolls there.
Oh, I know.
Do you know the
think
story
I
behind it?
No.
The story's weird actually. So it was like this man
Right.
found this like, I think it was a dead girl and a doll. I think this is how it went. Don't hold me like to this.
Yeah.
I think this is how it is. This is what I remember. Like floating in the river, and to like honour the girl, he like hung the doll up,
Right.
and then it sort of became like an obsession, and he started like hanging up all these dolls, and like it's really creepy.
That is
Have you seen like all
weird.
the Doll Island? and he like started hanging up all these dolls, and then according to his, it might have been his nephew or something, said that he found his uncle dead floating where they found the girl.
Oh my gosh.
Which is weird. I've put a hashtag in that. I don't know. It's great.
No, I think I have seen the doll.
I don't know which one the original doll is though.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I can't remember. Like, I don't know what the original doll is. Doll Island original. Wait, I just. Oh, why can't I spell? No, that's not it. I know that's not how you spell it, but I've forgotten how to spell it. I knew it was that, but then I just didn't do it because I thought it was like stupid.
Oh my god, I reckon.
Which one is the original one? Because it's like different on every post. Well, obviously it's not that. Is it that? Is that the no? Oh, that one was either the original or his favourite one.
That's so. I'm not really scared of people who find like dolls.
I
like,
found
nice.
2 dolls in my attic. I went up there.
I love like.
And I
creepy
found
dolls.
2 dolls in the installation. And I just brought them down. I was like, look, family, look what I found.
I like weird creepy dolls, but I don't like when people like start proper like treating them like people. Like that man, like that one's my favourite. Like I don't like that.
The Annabelle doll's weird because it's like it looks nothing like one in the film, and I find it interesting how it's gone from a rag doll to. My search history is so weird right now. Because see, that's like the film, but then the original one is. That? Oh no.
I would say if you're trying to make it creepy, I would say the original one is scarier.
I didn't realise how big it was. I didn't realise how big it was.
Yeah.
It is huge.
I'm just weird though. I find that really cute actually, but I feel like more people would be scared of something like that than the actual Annabelle. Because watching the film is so bad.
Like the Annabelle doll in the film, like on looks, it looks scarier.
I don't think it does.
Really?
Really? Have you? It must just be because have you seen the film?
No.
It's really not scary at all.
No, but I mean, like, it
that's
just doesn't
why.
look as appealing as the soft rag doll.
I think the soft rag doll is a bit creepier.
Really?
Really? I think I don't know. I think people would find that one creepy.
I guess it's because I've got rag dolls at home that like me and my nan have made, so I'm like not fazed by it.
Yeah, maybe.
But like the porcelain like puppet style weirds me out more. You know what I mean?
I mean, either way.
Yeah, it's because they try and make that one look realistic. Like, at least the ragdoll, it's like, obviously no one has a triangle nose unless they're from Animal Crossing. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh my god. Do you not think it's quite cute?
Well, that's what I mean. I don't find that one as scary as, like, the one from the film.
Oh, I think that's so cute.
I just didn't realise how big it was. I think that's the
Oh
only
my
thing that
gosh,
scares me.
that's
it's
quite
huge.
creepy. Shit.
That could be a child. I don't like how it's sat up either.
Yeah, me
I don't like
neither.
that.
And
that's what I'm saying. It's a
oh my
soft,
gosh.
like, plush doll.
Yeah.
Like, that should not physically be sat like that.
Gosh. Imagine if you were told, like, you have to direct the film Annabelle, you'd be fucking... Would you not be scared? Like, oh my god.
Yeah, because
like,
it's sort of
retelling
like...
something. It would be so
No,
weird.
because sometimes there's that whole thing of like, oh, it angers the spirits.
Yeah.
And they don't like it. I think it'd be worse filming it in like the actual location.
Oh my god, yeah.
But I don't know.
I feel like in the history of everything, though, there's something that's haunted or something that's just unexplained, and then it's just like technically everything's
Yeah, 'cause
scary.
it's interesting.
Though.
We're like intrigued by the stuff we don't understand. We're scared and intrigued by it.
Chucky versus Annabelle.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
But then like the story behind like the real one, like why would you get your like 18-year-old daughter that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like all these stories have like a weird beginning that on its own is just like if you would, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I really get
like my
you.
18th birthday coming up. If I get that, I'm gonna be a bit disappointed.
Oh my
Naturally,
gosh.
I don't want to be haunted. Like, it doesn't even fit in the box. It's like man
I
spreading.
quite like it. Oh my god, it's man spreading. Holy
But that
fuck.
whole shop's full of little haunted things, isn't it?
Yeah.
That would be a cool place to go.
Oh, do you know when I went on my trip when I went on the Jane Eyre trip, we went inside, Sage and I, we went inside this haunted place. It was so funny. Like, it was, because, like, the place that we went, if anyone knows Jane Eyre, it's set in the Pennines, and it's, like, a really old place, and a lot of, like, old people would go there for days out. And we went into this haunted, like, not house, but this haunted shop, and oh my god, it was the funniest thing ever.
I would love to. I mean, I don't know. I've been to like haunted places before, but like with my family, because apparently that's the thing we do. So like, can you imagine if like we went? We'd be, well, granted, we're wimps.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
We're fucking
Plus,
wimps.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm the type to like provoke things. Like I'd be like, oh, go on then, knock it over.
Go on then.
But then at the same time, I'm like scared. Not that I feel like I'm better with like real haunted things than like I am with like horror films. Like
Yeah.
I'd rather go to an authentically haunted place than to like a horror maze.
Me too. But then I also can see the appeal in a haunted. Like I wouldn't turn down a haunted place. It's like set up for things. Like, I want to do that thing where you get. I know you got chased last year at Halloween, but I want to go to one of those things where you get chased. And
Don't.
stuff like
I
this.
fell over.
You've been to the dungeons, haven't you? Did you go in?
I haven't been to dungeons. We went to the one in London with school. We went to hang on, the tower. I think it was the Tower of London thing. But it was like I've been to the actual Tower of London, but there was also like an experience thing that we went to as school. Tower of.
I did the experience in.
Did you? Wait.
In Scotland because my family forced me, and I also did.
You went to like the dungeons, which is like different.
Yeah, and I also went to the one in Blackpool. That's so fun. I want to go to one of those.
See, I don't like stuff like that.
That's so funny.
But you know what's interesting? You know the that's the one we went to. Tower Bridge, London Bridge, that's what it was. That's where we went with school, yeah?
Yeah.
Really randomly placed. It's literally just under like a tunnel.
Yeah.
But they did BuzzFeed Unsolved went there too.
Oh my gosh.
Because
I would watch
and
that.
Honestly, watch it because
Yeah.
when they were going around, I was like, oh my god, I was there, and
See,
it's so weird to
That's
see.
something I want to go like. It's so good. I love the actors and stuff.
I didn't go in the zombie bit, but I went in the we went in the rest of it. But then the zombie bit was like, if you're pregnant or have heart failure, do not go in this like bit. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go in there because I know my own limits.
Yeah.
So I sat in the gift shop, right?
Yeah.
And I just watched everyone from our class come out crying. I was like,
know.
great, sick. It was
If you're looking,
but I was just looking at all the pictures and stuff. It was so funny.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is why they took us. They didn't even. This is the only thing that they said we're going to Harry Potter World. So we went to Harry Potter World. The next day, they told us we were going around London, and then they shoved us in there. They didn't even tell us. I didn't know we were going there.
Yeah.
They didn't tell us we were going there, which is like the worst part.
Why would they? I feel like that's the thing that schools would really deter you away from.
Yeah, no, that's
like
the
people
thing.
would be like, "Oh, can we go there?" And they'd be like, "Absolutely not!" Like they wouldn't
They
take you
made
there.
someone hold a head on a stick.
Oh my god, no, yeah.
But yeah.
Oh my
and
gosh,
he just
as
stood there.
if.
I know. I was dying. Of course, it was him.
That's so funny.
But hang on, let me see if I can get the.
Why have they got their entire horror experience and then just ice creams?
Yeah, I was sat there in the gift shop with like the Ben and Jerry's machine.
Oh, we love. Oh,
Because that's like my priority.
yeah, naturally.
Yeah, they went there.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
It's mad, isn't it?
I love that for them. I'm not going to be able to get away with eating, am I?
Oh,
It's vile on a
back in our usual setting.
Yeah. And it's just like, I
I've
don't
got a
feel
dead
as
leg.
safe in the library now with eating.
Okay, yeah, I really have got a dead leg. Oh my god. Oh, see, that's the like proper Tower of London. Have you been in there?
I don't think so. I don't
It's a
remember.
bit weird. I just got excited because one of the little golf carts had Frank written on it. It is weird, these historical places.
I think so.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
White Tower,
How
Guy
do they know
Fawkes
it's
is
him?
heard. Yeah. Does anyone know what
Guy.
he sounds like? Guy. Yeah.
He's like, yo, I'm here.
Home to a ghost bear, Martin Tower. Oh my
I
gosh,
love
that's
the
funny.
places where it's like, oh, you can see the ghost cat. I'm like, when,
Yeah.
right, when is it? We're gonna hit a point where it's like, oh, you can see the ghost moth.
Yeah.
So, like, no.
Oh my god, a ghost ant.
Can you imagine how many ghost ants exist?
Tower Twilight Tour. I would literally go on one. I think they're cool. God.
I love your reaction so much. Of course, we've resorted to BuzzFeed. We love BuzzFeed.
Oh my god, BuzzFeed quizzes are where it's at, boy. Boy.
Hauntings. Let's see if we can find one like none of us know.
We should find something new and then be like, wow.
Demonic hauntings.
Oh, there's a Sally house.
Yeah, that's top of the list. Demon house. Okay. Strange
Symbols.
Is this the same thing? I don't understand if this is like steps of one place or because attack is not
No,
a
I
place.
don't think so.
Yeah, but what place is this?
It doesn't really.
Right, we're going on a different website.
Sorry, list
We're just
not as
very
good.
incompetent. Types of haunted. List of reportedly haunted locations. Wikipedia.
Oh, this is definitely good. Wait, what? Should we pick a random country and see what they are?
Okay, tell me to stop. I'll just...
Stop.
Malaysia. Cool.
Agnes Keith House, a house built on the site of a former British colonial officials, reportedly haunted with a female apparition based on the experience by the house, I just said horse, former owners, including a known American author named Agnes Newton Keith. It's now a museum. Well, what's haunted about it though? Right. This
no,
mansion
apparently
one's got
there's
a
like,
lot.
it's haunted with that female apparition.
But
So apparently people have seen this female walking around. I just don't know the story to it. This is what I mean, there's no like backstory to it, which makes no sense.
yeah.
How are we in Mexico all of a sudden?
Several sites in Mexico are reportedly haunted. Oh, reputedly.
Oh, we're not good at English.
I'm sorry.
Oh, mate, why is this so much harder? Like, there's so many haunted places. Like,
Surely there should be more.
even like, if you're thinking about like,
Correct.
oh my god, look at my.
Our search
hate the
history is
search
just
history.
all our horror
Yeah, but this is under my
experiences.
name. Like,
Do you reckon they can find out?
yeah, probably. Yeah, no, they have because
Oh.
I'll tell you it later. But it's quite bad actually. What about, do you know any haunted places that I wouldn't know about?
Not that you wouldn't know about.
I'm trying to think of any that you might not know of, but then I'm like, I don't know what you.
I won't know of a lot.
Let's think.
Sorry, I'm so tired.
See, there's a lot. There is a lot.
There are a lot. No, I know there. Yeah.
Right.
Haunted
Maybe we'll try US because they
places.
might be more like. I feel like they're more like commercialised there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, that's meant to be. Yeah. Oh, and the Winchester House. Yeah.
Oh, what about that place? Oh, I watched this YouTube video one time and it was so sick. It was this man, I think it was in Russia, so obviously it's like quite hard to get into anyway. And he was like caught in this like place where no one's allowed to go, and it was so funny.
Wait, is it haunted?
I think it had haunted things to do with it,
Russia
but it was just the fact that
haunted.
he wasn't allowed to go in there and he did anyway. God, I wish I could remember though, because I remember watching it and I was like, oh my god.
Abandoned, creepy places.
It was like a haunted place in the US to 26 most haunted places in America.
How has it gone from 26 to 30?
What the fuck? Caitlin, why have you added 4 more on?
Did someone just not get the memo and keep it at 26? Oh, that hotel. Is it the Stanley Hotel or something? Where the Shining's based on?
Don't know.
Yeah. The hotel that the Shining was based on. I think it's the Stan. I don't know the name. I'm trying to. Right, I don't want to go there. Oh my god. Just let me open a new tab, please. I don't think. Is it called that? I don't know. Hotel. What's hotel? Stanley. No, maybe that's not it. What am I on about?
We've just got a black place in Blackburn.
Wait, what house was... No, hotel was the Shiny based on. No. Yeah, the Stanley Hotel.
Oh. Oh wait, I think I know it.
Based on a real hotel. Green video, that's so sad.
The majority of sightings were reportedly in the large ballroom where kitchen workers at the hotel heard loud music, dancing and conversation in the ballroom, only to find nothing. I think I have heard of it.
Yeah,
but I
because he
just don't know
stayed there and it
about it.
inspired him. Oh, is this just a different... Oh, wait. Is this a different...
I think this is all films that are movie based on true stories, paranormal movies based on true stories.
How are we at number 8 already then?
Because that one was like number 6.
Oh, why would it take us to number 6?
Hard Candy.
Okay, I don't know any of these films.
Me neither. I watched.
I don't know if this is
I
just
meant
because
to
I
watch
don't watch
a few
horror
of them.
films. What?
Have you seen The Omen?
No, like I've not watched a horror film. What's that?
No, but I know you've seen some of them.
I've seen like 2.
I don't think it's based on a true story, but it's a really like good horror story. So that's a kid, yeah, and he starts seeing, I think it's like a nanny that they've got or something, and he starts doing all these weird things, and he's like possessed and shit. And he's like, oh no, we need to kill stuff. And there's this man.
We need to kill stuff.
Like, there's all these unexplained things happening. And this man's like hung from the spear on top of like a church and stuff, and it was like really bad. And this mum is like telling the kid to stop, like, because they're trying to kill themselves, I think, from jumping off like a balcony. And the mum's like, stop, stop. And then the kid doesn't stop, and it's like the best film ever.
Wow, the kid doesn't stop jumping, and it's the best thing ever.
I don't remember the ending though. That's the issue. I feel like there was a resolution.
Film it was, but there was this horror film my mum watched, and she was like, it scarred her. But I don't know what one. Apparently there was like a dead person on a bike or something. I don't know. Mate, I'm just not educated. You know what? Let's go on horrors based on.
Horrors.
I actually have had enough of today. Based on. Oh. Also, can people please like reply to my messages, because I need to know what's happening this afternoon. Love that for me. I promise I have friends. Yeah, which one do you want to?
5 short ghost stories that will scare the life out of you.
Yeah.
La, la, la. The puppet in the basement. Mommy told me never to go in the basement, but I wanted to see what was making that noise. It kind of sounded like a puppy, and I wanted to see the puppy, so I opened the basement door and tiptoed down a bit. I didn't see a puppy. Then Mommy yanked me out of the basement and yelled at me. Mommy never yelled at me before, and it made me sad, and I cried. Then Mommy told me never to go in the basement again, and she gave me a cookie.
What is this?
That made me feel better, so I didn't ask her why the boy in the basement was making noises like a puppy, or why he had no hands or feet.
What?
That's not reliable, surely.
Yeah, but who said that? That was found on Reddit.
Oh, is it a story so it's made up, or is it real? Well, it should be
5
real.
short ghost stories. Wait, no, maybe they're not real.
Despite the fact that this isn't somebody ever blah, blah.
Yeah, but hang on.
Oh, I think it's just made up.
If you can make one up, that's a bit of. That's not good. That's not a good story.
No,
Don't like that.
Mommy.
I'm not impressed by that.
Sorry for these poor ghost stories.
God, I can only apologise on behalf of the website. Mate, that's the website we were on before. I actually give up. Why are there only like 2?
It's like there are not as many ghost stories as we thought.
True events.
There we go.
There, right, this is... Okay, this
10 horror movies based on true events. Yeah.
Let's have a look. Strange... that's a new one, isn't it? Like, fairly new.
So a couple were attacked in their summer home. They were tortured, beaten, and then killed by the unknown strangers whose motive is to just inflict harm on others.
Yeah, but are they not going to tell us what the real story was, rather than just the plot of...
But that's what the real story is.
Oh, is that the real story?
Yeah, because it's
I thought it was slightly different, because I vaguely remember reading a bit about that.
According to him, in his childhood, some strangers came to the door and asked about the persons who did not live there. And if nobody opened the door, they would certainly break into the home to rob it. Oh.
That's like, that reminds me of the, have you heard of the case of the Watcher?
I don't know the names.
It's not like a ghost thing per se. It was like this family moved into this house and they kept getting threatening letters from this man who was supposedly watching the house, and they've been watching it for generations. And they were like, they found out all the kids' names and stuff. And
I think
there was like a big case.
And all the time though.
Oh no! Don't like this.
There's the stairs.
Oh no.
Although the major plot of this movie, such as the chainsaw style
We've been
murders
through it this week.
and the backwards invert family part is considered to be entirely fictional, but the minor plot and the character of Leatherface was based on true events.
Okay.
Right, so that's lovely. That's the issue with horror films though, is you can say it's real, but they're always going to dramatise it and just drag it away from the reality. Like, only part of that was real.
Amityville.
I wish there was something that was just like really spooky and
like
unexplained.
a documentary.
Oh my gosh, I love documentaries. How much do you rate documentaries?
Honestly, they're so underrated.
So good. 7 of the best
I'm
horror
like
movies.
scared though
listen to
that it's just
events.
gonna like list the same ones. See, that wasn't on the other list actually. Wait, what was it? Oh, see, this is what confused me. I thought Annabelle was its own thing, but then The Conjuring, I thought that was The Nun.
Annabelle's different to The Conjuring.
Why is Annabelle in that?
I think it's just using
are they
that
not
to... they might be, but they're definitely separate things.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I thought they were all like... Oh, I don't know. This just proves how much I do not watch horror films.
Because Annabelle's about a dog, but The Conjuring is like a doll, not a dog. And then The Conjuring's like completely different.
No, see, that's what confuses me, because I thought The Conjuring had the nun in it.
I feel like I'm saying Conjuring wrong. I feel like a lot of people say Conjuring. I always say it's Conjure though, so probably not.
Yeah, but like if a magician conjure. Right.
Conjure. I think it is
I
Conjure,
don't
but I've heard
know.
people say Conjuring and I didn't get it. Oh, Jaws. Was it based on? People weren't actually killed.
Well, some people do die from sharks. It's just not very common.
But the Jaws is like people in the town were dying because the shark was like eating
Yeah, but that's obviously
everyone.
going to be dramatised. I don't think that... Did it help?
Yeah, I think it's going to be dramatised too, but they're saying like, I
based
didn't
on
realise it was like...
It was...
That's the same as me saying, oh, someone, once got murdered, I'm going to base my film off a murder, like, yeah.
Yeah, well, no, looking at this, it was based on a book that was based on 2 different events.
Oh.
So it's a bit long-winded to, like... Plus, that's not very, like, spooky.
I wouldn't say Jaws is a horror
more
film.
No, not, like... It's, like, more gore, but it's not based on, like, paranormal, is it?
Everyone knows Jaws, like...
we all know Jaws.
We all know Jaws.
I went on
My
the Jaws
mate
ride in
Jaws.
Disney.
I love Jaws the film. The original
They closed
one.
it, I think.
The rest...
Did they close it?
Shit.
Or was it America? It was Universal or Disney. There was a Jaws ride. And I think they Jaws ride America. No. Oh yeah, Universal Studios. I feel like they closed it, but I don't know. Maybe it's still open. You went on like a boat. Yeah. Oh yeah, I went on it. It was. Wait.
Psoriasis.
Maybe I don't know if it's. Oh yeah, it was replaced by the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Oh, that looks sick though, doesn't it? Harry Potter.
It was good. To be fair.
Oh, have you been? Shit.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'd kill to go again because I'd been before I'd even watched the films.
Yeah.
So this
my
is my
God.
problem. I'm like, yeah, I can say I've been to these places, but like I didn't understand any of it, and now I do, which is the annoying part.
I went to the Harry Potter thing because I watched film, but I didn't have all this cool stuff that they have now. I went when it first
same.
opened. Now they've got like the
They've got the forest and everything, and the bus.
Yeah,
no, not bus, train.
Yeah. Oh my god, the
I
train.
would
I
love
would
to
love
go
to go to that.
Oh my god. Okay.
But some of the sort of Diagon Alley, oh my god, it was so cool. I was literally like, fuck, this is cool.
See, I'd been twice again before watching.
Why?
Why did I do loads of Harry Potter related things in the few years before I watched them? I don't understand.
How good is Harry Potter though? Oh my god! Like I know it's typical. Like every single
good
person
though,
in the world's watched it, but it is so good.
I used to get rinsed when watching it, but then it's weird. Like since I have watched it, I've met so many people who still haven't watched it, and I'm like, yo, I got rinsed for this. How are you getting away with this?
There are a lot of things that like I've not watched, and people are like, you should watch that. And
Yeah,
I'm just
but then it's
I
like
can't
unless I'm
bother though.
immediately interested, or if I don't think I'm gonna like it, I'm not gonna put my. It sounds so selfish.
Like
but
Avatar, I've never seen Avatar, and I'm just
that's
not
meant to be
interested
that's
in it.
meant
and
to be
it's-
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've never seen like any of the Avengers and stuff.
Oof,
So I
yeah,
feel like I'd be more
that
inclined
shit
to watch
is
Avatar.
just so... But all my family really like Avatar, and they all watched it together.
Wait,
and I just wasn't there. Apparently.
Isn't it like that man like? Not, I don't know the exact plot line. But like, isn't it that man like he has an injury or something? But then he's fully mobilised in this other world.
I'm not
don't
sure
know.
to be honest.
Avatar.
And you think it's something I'd like, 'cause they look cool, don't they? But
I
I'm
love how
just...
that's what you're going off of. Wait.
That
Okay.
used to really pull me in.
Da, da, da.
Science fiction, that's probably why I didn't like
You wrote a
it.
science fiction story in year 9.
I've realised
You got to
ever
pick any
since
genre,
then-
and you picked
Yeah,
science
what did you pick?
fantasy.
Fantasy.
So I can't comment, but
Didn't she say pick? Because I wanted to do reality,
no.
but she
If
wouldn't
I'm
let
honest,
us.
she thought no. She said that was only the exercise. She was like, write about a fight based on a random genre,
yeah.
and then she was like, I've changed my mind. This is what your thing is now. So we all had to write about a fight.
I know, that is so
In a genre
bad.
that none of us
We
wanted.
all had to do identical stories, just mix them into our genres, which is a good idea, but like it was so
No, it
boring.
wasn't. Like because I
spent
do
a
better
long-
doing,
A lot of time on it, though, didn't we?
and it was still bad.
Yeah, mine was shocking.
Mine was
I
awful.
remember the teacher was like, "Oh, we've got some great writers in this class," and I got mine back, and it had like it was really bad. And I was like, "Oh, she wasn't talking to me when she said we had some great writers in the class."
My English teacher last year in college liked my creative writing,
We stand.
so clearly I do better not writing about a fantasy fight that involved fairies, because that was a good idea at the time, wasn't it? Fairies and fighting, great.
One thing I used to hate in high school is when people would be like, "Oh," like people would genuinely ask, and like I think it's good that they ask. They're like, "Oh, how long should the story be?" And teacher would go, "Oh, I can't tell you. It's your story." And then you'd give it in. They'd be like, "It's too short." I'd be like, "Oh, shut the fuck
Or
up."
they'd be like, didn't have to go on for that long.
Oh my
And
god.
I'm like, well, let me tell the story.
Yeah, that's the thing with stories. In school,
It's so
well, in
subjective,
high
isn't it?
school, you can never actually do a good one, can you?
You can never do
really?
anything right in high school.
Yeah.
Don't even at me.
High school is shit, so that's fun.
But
Oh god. Do you remember when we had to do Macbeth in high school and we had that massive assessment at the end
no,
of the year?
remember when you got my battlements wrong or something?
Oh, no, what it was. Actually, come to think of it, now that I'm studying Shakespeare again, I think my points were quite valid, but
You were ahead of your time.
having studied this book, the play later on, I was
Are you doing
making a
Macbeth
point
again?
about. I have to know the story of
See, what
Macbeth.
annoys me about... Sorry,
I'm doing King
sidetrack.
Lear
Sorry
with
to
Cordelia.
sidetrack. But I was talking to my friend who I work with, who used to go to the same high school as us, like a few years before. And she was saying they did Romeo and Juliet. And they did Romeo and Juliet up until our year. And it would have made so much more sense
Yeah.
for us to have done a story that we all knew.
Yeah.
And I was like, why have the...
Because we had to do a storyboard on Macbeth, but we didn't read it. So
Ours
we
was
were
on the
making,
centre of the display, though.
we were
We made it.
We made a mood board and like a storyboard of it, but we didn't know the storyline. Like we did not know the storyline.
No, that's... See... This
So
is what annoys
obviously
me.
it
It would have
wasn't
made
gonna
so much
be-
more sense for us to have done Romeo and Juliet, because everyone knows that story. We all have like a basic understanding of it. Plus, it's a simpler story to understand anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the thing. I don't think they should have. I don't think Year 9 should study Shakespeare. I know he's like the classic of literature, but it's just too complex. Like even now, I have to have like a
It's a
translated
different language, isn't
version. Yeah, and like nothing means the same. Like even we have to watch it too at the same time as we do it, and it's like I can't like physically watch it because I don't understand it.
oh, see, this is what annoys me. Like, could we have not just gone for something that we all knew?
Yeah, why couldn't we have just done something fun like in high school, like Year 9? What the fuck was the point in doing Macbeth that we would never look at again?
It was because it was part of our year 10. It was coursework for year 10.
Oh shit, yeah, that's true
No, it
actually.
wasn't even coursework for year 10.
It was.
No, because we did... Macbeth was part of literature, wasn't it?
Did we do?
We
oh
we
god,
did
yeah, we
language
did.
in.
What? Do you not think what it was? We did it in Year 10 for our Year 11
Yeah, I
English
think that's what it
literature.
was.
Yeah.
I don't think we did it in year 9.
Because our course for language that was that graffiti thing.
Oh, mate, mine was... Don't at me. Mine was good. Mine was good. I wrote about cat.
Oh what?
Oh, you're on about a different... Why did we do so many graffiti-based things?
Oh, are you on about the thing in art?
No. We
Oh
did
shit.
Oh, that was a completely different
God, we've
story.
done graffiti a lot.
No, we did. No, remember, I got picked to do that graffiti thing with that artist. That
Oh my
graffiti
God,
artist. Me
yes.
and that other person who I didn't talk to, and it was really awkward.
Oh my god, yeah.
Who we bumped into the other day.
Oh my god, I hate bumping into people that we see from high school.
It's just weird because
doesn't
like
happen a lot, but when
was,
it does,
it
it's
was
like,
just weird
oh.
because I forget how old you are, and he was just sat there in his car, and I was like,
Oh my gosh.
What?
Yeah, like, I remember all the way through high school he was like, as soon as I turn 17 I'm going to learn to drive, and then he did. So.
Yeah, you did. I mean, granted, I'm still learning, and we're having to get in extra reinforcements because I'm not bad, but I wish I was joking.
I am not going to even try, so you're doing better than me.
I want to be able to drive, I just can't do it.
I feel like it's just something that's good if everyone knew how to drive, but other people on the road I don't trust, so...
Oh, I'm that other person you can't trust, though. I end up on the curb, I do.
I end up on the curb, I do.
Multiple times.
Aww.
I ended up in grass one time.
Please stand.
No, you don't stand. It's not good. Like, that's my own car that I'm damaging. It's not even like it's not even like a car, like the one with like double steering or something.
Yeah.
It's my own car that we've bought and like is insured under my name. Like, I'm ruining my own car.
That's lovely, that is.
Which is worse. It's really embarrassing. I can't even drive when I have a car. Like, no. Because I think what it was is all my cousins, like, they had a car and then like learned to drive that, and then they passed and stuff, so they already had their own car. So I think they just assumed, like, my family just collectively assumed that, I'd be up there with them in the ranks, I could drive, I'd get it straight away, but it just hasn't worked like that.
Driving is so difficult though, like... I couldn't be fucked learning me.
It's not easy.
Especially because, like, imagine if you went with a, like, proper, like, harsh instructor. Because my brother didn't used to... Well, he did like his driving instructor.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
It took him 3 goes to pass.
They're unlucky.
First time he came back, he was like, they gave me a major and it was a minor. I was like, oh, shut the fuck up, stop crying.
Do you even know what that means?
No. Then the second time, he was like, oh, I just fucked up on that. I was like, okay. Third
he's
time,
such a me.
he was like, oh, well, I did it perfectly. I was like, okay.
I love that.
So, but my brother's not gone in a car. Well, he has gone in a car, but he's not actually tried to drive a car since.
The more I think about it, like, driving like tests are quite unreliable. Because from experience, some weeks I'll do really well, and then others I will literally like sit there, like, in tears.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you imagine if it was just a good day and then like they'd pass the driving license, and they got their license and stuff, but then like they were terrible.
You hear some people and they're like, I can't believe I passed my driving test. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. I can't believe I passed. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
No, it's like scary.
They should, because they only test you on a certain amount of things, which I know to save time. But if
they
they're doing
like
it properly,
isn't it?
and they say don't revise the test routes, but they're all online, so people do it anyway.
But then it's like, I mean, to be fair though, traffic is unpredictable. You can't test for everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, if there's like a car crash or whatever, you're not gonna know what to do.
That's true.
Like, you can just do what you can. You can't be taught what to do.
But if they just like, but the things they learn, like, I don't know all the names, like hill start and stuff.
Hill starts are so...
They don't test all of those on the actual test. If they did, maybe then people would learn everything about cars more. I don't know. This comes from someone who's not actually tried to drive a car before, so I don't know what I'm on about, and I'm not trying to claim that I do.
You know more than me, and I
don't.
literally have been doing it for like months. I just can't do it.
When did you start? Like, what month?
To be fair though, I started it in the summer holidays, but then I only do it every Sunday for a few hours, and I don't do it every Sunday because obviously I've been on holiday, like I got other things, like if I go out on Saturday night I can't exactly...
Yeah.
I did that once and I was tired, it didn't go well. Probably wasn't the best idea. Oh, so like if I go out on Saturday I won't go on the Sunday.
I laughed so much when we were at a party and was like, oh, I need to drive to work tomorrow, and she was just pissed. I was like, oh my god. I
literally like rate her like on it because I couldn't drive to where she does for work and stuff and back.
They go driving a lot though. I think it's really sweet. You see them all go out and like they're all
then there's our
together
friendship group.
So I'm like, oh.
Like, there's no hope for us to do stuff like that when I'm the only one that's learning to drive and I end up in the grass.
Aww.
And like you and our other friend are not learning, so it's like don't have high expectations for me, please.
Oh my gosh. Oh, do you think cars will like stop being popular in the future though? Because I really think they do, but a lot of people don't. But I think they will.
What do you mean?
Because they're trying to get away from us using...
Yeah, but electric cars are becoming a bigger thing. But they're like quite
But public transport and stuff is in, like, for climate change, it's better that we all use public transport more.
Yeah, but then it's like,
So I
if
think
public
cars are not
transport was better,
fashionable.
I think people would be more inclined to use it.
But if there were less cars on the road, then public transport wouldn't be... There'd be more money to project into public transport.
Well, it's a vicious cycle we're stuck in.
Yeah.
It's not going to be anytime
That's
soon.
just capitalism, that's what I'm saying.
Because, like, realistically, when I was coming home from somewhere, there was only 2 carriages for the train.
Yeah.
And I'm not being funny, but there was a huge event that day. People were coming home or going, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
from, like, loads of different places. And I'm like, 2 carriages was not enough.
Oh, I know. But, like...
And it was a really stressful, like...
Have you seen that thing online? And it's like... There's a picture, and it's like, do you know the layout of a car? So it'd be 2 people in front, 2
Yeah.
people in back. They've got all of that, and it's like spread out. And then, like, if everyone went on one bus, everyone on this, like, all these, like, 20 cars could fit on, like, this one bus. And it's like, then there'd be less traffic, there'd be more routes for, like, public transport. But it's just initiating that change. I don't know how
I
they'd
don't
go
think it's
about
going to
it.
go well at all. And I'm not...
People just like their
I'm not
cars more,
saying
don't they?
it's a bad thing, because I think, like, you know, we obviously have to save the world. But...
No Planet B.
Individuals themselves know it's so much more practical to have your own car. It's
Yeah.
more reliable. It's like, you don't have... You know what I mean? Like, if you've got work, you don't want to be stopping at every bus stop.
Yeah, I know, and it's and I can see about it being an issue for people who work, like, later or really early. Like, you can't really go from
Yeah,
place
and
to place.
that's another thing. If you've got, like... You know, like, the people that go to college, obviously there's college buses, but some people don't take the college buses, they take other ones.
Yeah.
So can you imagine if the bus, like, the closest bus to, like... You've got a lesson at 9,
Yeah.
but the bus doesn't leave until, like, 8:30, and it takes, like, an hour to drive there, and there's all these stops and stuff. You'd
I
have
know
to, like...
some people. Yeah, no, I get what
You know
you're
what I mean?
saying.
It's...
I know some people who live, like, up from us, and they're
That
like,
was so weird, I apologise.
we have
We've
to.
scared everyone away from this area. Oh my
They're
God.
like, they have to get the train either at like 7:30 to get in on time because they don't have another one that's close to
Yeah,
the
that's
time.
what I mean, it's ridiculous.
Or they like are late to college, and it's like, oh god, it's a bit of an issue. But then they have to come to college and just sit in the library for fucking
See, that's the
an
thing,
hour in
it's
the
like
morning.
so much more practical.
I don't even wake up until bloody
Or, like,
8
if-
sometimes.
If you want to go somewhere, like, this is what I mean, like, we were wanting to go to, like, places like Alton Towers and stuff.
Yeah.
But then it's like, the train station's like how far of a walk from the place. And it's
Oh
like,
my god, yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like so impractical. If this is what I'm saying, if public transport was better, people would be more inclined to use it.
I think so too. But then I've got a lot of issues with public transport, then I like want everyone to start using it, but then like I don't use it myself. But I walk places, so it's fine.
But like, if we go to like places out of like, because we'll walk most places like near if we can
Yeah.
to save money mainly, but
Yeah.
like
Public
we can't walk
transport's
everywhere,
expensive.
and like in the places like, because obviously we can't drive ourselves, it's like we can't keep asking for lifts, so we will use public transport.
Yeah.
But it's really inconvenient at the same time.
Yeah, it is.
Not to like sound like a priss.
Because if we
but-
have to go out for the day, if we want to go out shopping to a place outside of our normal town, we want to go there for like a good part of the day. Train's at 9,
have to
so we
get
have
really
to
early,
be at the
yeah.
train station for latest 8:30.
And you've got to get home late.
Oh my god, yeah, it is inconvenient.
And getting home, but I was
And changing trains
This
is a bloody issue.
person I used to work with, he got like an apprenticeship, and he was saying he'd booked a train ticket to get home back to like
Yeah.
where we live, because he comes home every weekend. And he was saying that he'd booked this ticket, and he went to get on the train, and the man went no, and he was like, what? And the man was like, we can't have too many people on the train. But like, he'd already booked this ticket, and I was like, surely like they couldn't let one person on the train yet. That sounds
That
ridiculous.
just doesn't even work.
Do you know what I mean, though?
Yeah,
It's like-
that is
So
ridiculous.
he had to sit there and like get another ticket and wait for another train.
Will they not take his old ticket?
Well, I don't remember, but like,
God,
you know,
that is
it is
awful.
quite bad though, isn't it?
No, yeah.
That's what I mean. It's so unreliable. If you had to like,
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
this
God.
is why I'm scared when we go see the Jonas Brothers. Cause I
Oh
don't
my gosh.
Because it's gonna
We
be like the
can't
trains will be
manoeuvre
busier.
cities or public transport, so that's fun. Do you reckon the train will be full of just everyone or just people going to the Jonas Brothers concert?
I guess it depends. To be fair though, I'm glad it's in Manchester because I know the train station's like close.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm excited for that though.
Same.
How long is it now? Like 4
February,
months?
isn't it?
Oh,
the
June.
month before I turn 18, which is
Unfortunately, people are gonna start coming in now. We've had a great run. And we
wait, why are you
wish
sounding like it's like the end of I mean, it started off quite spooky, but we've ended up on the Jonas Brothers to
we wish
to
you the
conclude
happiest Halloween.
the Halloween podcast.
So, most unfortunately,
We're gonna
that
have
is
to go.
the end.
Oh my god.
Goodbye, spookies.
Bye.